Hi, this video is in response to a question about the weight distribution with the fingers of our right hand. And just going to throw out that my teachers in graduate school and college, both Galamian trained, and they passed the Franco-Belgian bow grip down to me. And so it's from that and then from my experience that I speak, which is that with our basic bow grip, this Franco-Belgian bow grip, the idea is that our fingers are equally, the weight is equally distributed with all the fingers. That the fingers are in a position, in a place where when we need to shift weight to the back of our hand, we can. When we need to shift weight to the front of our hand, we can. So when we're in this neutral position, we're not really resting or leaning on one finger any more than the other. So it's very neutral. When we're just playing in the middle of the bow, we're not using much bow, not making much sound. Basically equal distribution. However, when we go to the frog, we need to control the weight. And so as we move to the frog, we need to lift weight from the string so it's not too harsh. So the weight shifts to the pinky, the weight shifts to the back of the hand. So when I'm at the frog, and if I were just playing at the frog, I actually wouldn't have to have my first finger down here. Then as we move to the tip, the opposite happens. There's not weight at the tip. We need the leverage. If we don't have it, we're not going to be able to make much sound down there. So we have to lean in to the index finger. Without that, without the leverage of the index finger, our sound is, we just don't have the capability to make much sound at all. So, and you can try this. Play fortissimo. Go to the tip and play fortissimo. Now do that without the index finger. There's virtually no weight down there. So same with kinds of articulations, accents, strong attacks. I need to lean in. I need the power of the index finger to create those sounds. The middle fingers, there's a lot of contact there. They're there for support. They're there to balance. So they are important in controlling the bow. Now, it's a hunch, just a hunch, but it's possible that when students are, say, playing in a neutral position, and they might be wrapping the first finger around the bow, and I see this a lot. I see it a lot with students. It's a reaction to insecurity to want to hook the first finger around so that the tip of the first finger is really grabbing the bow. When that happens, all these other fingers really become stiff. There's not really any control down there. It's difficult to put weight into the back of the hand. It's difficult to have enough flexibility to do spiccato bow strokes and other more challenging bow articulations. So it's possible, and I have had students that tend to do this, and I really try to get them to move weight and reposition the weight down in their hand more, so just so that they can let go and stop hooking with the first finger. So I will talk about the positioning of the middle finger and the thumb, and to orient to that place with the bow, and then just let the first finger lay there. So that this doesn't become an issue. But the first finger definitely is the power finger. It's in control of all of the crisp articulations, as well as stronger playing. And I drew with a magic marker the place where the bow comes into contact with the first finger. So we'll get a close-up. And you can see the line is, I just drew in the knuckle line, and then the dot that's closer to the fingertip, that's where that's the contact point for the bow and the first finger. So that's where it touches. And when it's right there, it's very strong. There's a lot of strength there. It also forces the pinky to be in a more curved position. If the pinky is curved, it's stronger. So you can do this, you can just try to hold your bow up with just the pinky and the thumb, and you can see how strong it needs to be be able to control the weight down there at the frog. So my suggestion is when you're working with your bow hold, to really just go from finger to finger to finger to finger. Try to feel each finger. Try to feel what it does, how it helps, how they contribute to the overall control, how they contribute to fluctuating the bow pressure, fluctuating bow weight from very little bow weight, from coming from the hand, to having to add a lot at the tip. So there's all kinds of bow exercises to do. I do have a video on the bow control exercises to look at as well.